Oh, well, enough about me, Jay.
Yeah,
Kurt
enough
Busch
about
is
you,
here.
please.
How are you, honey? Charissa, nice to see you. Kurt, I think the last time I saw you was probably, I don't know, 10 years ago on a little show. You, too big of a deal to do it. That's a text chain that I'll tell you about in a second. With Michael Waltrip, and it was called Fast Track to Fame. And Michael Waltrip pulled a Ron Burgundy and looked in the prompter, and he goes, "I'm Michael Waltrip." And I said, well, this show's going to be terrible.
Yeah, he's been on a few of those shows.
What a guy. I know. How are you?
We didn't do the intro. Kurt Busch.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need much introduction.
Yeah, I'm ready to help
Driver
people
of the
out.
45. And by the way,
Toyota 45 car.
And my affinity for Michael Jordan. I mean,
And
it's so. And Denny Hamlin, of course.
And do you know that 20% of the money is on you for this race?
20% of like the fan duel, or
No, like Vegas. Like your odds are to win this
Man,
one.
I needed to figure out how to get a percentage of any money that's thrown on the drivers. No, that's good. I like this track. We finished 6th here last year for the first race. And it's one of those towns where the vibe's going.
Yeah.
And then the track has its own vibe. It's a lot of fun to be here. So
So what's the vibe?
little shorter track, is it not?
yeah, it's a little bit smaller than a 1.5 mile track, but you still get that good speed out of everything.
How fast will you go?
I never do this speed. I just know the lap time. Like we're shooting for.
You just said all gas.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
just-
You know, he goes, I don't even care about this speed.
Don't care.
That's amazing.
I'm just going.
Let's go. I don't know. It's probably 170 for top speed. So
Ho hum 170.
yeah, 170.
Easy.
I mean, it's like a. Did you ever count the seconds that you had from this linebacker coming to hit you?
No, I just
No.
hope no one hit me.
Just throw the ball quick. Yeah.
Get rid of
And by
this.
the way,
Get rid of it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
He won't say this, but I will because I covered him a lot in Chicago. You got hit a lot in Chicago. That offensive line. Mike Tice, where was he?
I tell you what, I love Mike Tyson. I was at Derby, and I wish he would have been there because he usually goes.
Mike Tice, huge horse guy. This
Huge.
was Jay's, the offensive line coach for the Bears back in the day, who I used to babysit for randomly in Seattle.
what?
I know. I used to babysit for his kids. This isn't about us, Jay. This is about Kurt. What is your favorite?
I want to learn about babysitting and football, though, right?
Okay.
You know, you guys know all about racing, right? I'm just kidding.
Not enough, right? Not enough people know about race.
Hey, Amazon delivery is calling you. I don't know if
Amazon
you need to take
delivery
this
is
one.
calling me right now. I've been waiting for this patio furniture for a while. Do you mind if I take
You
it?
should
No, it's
take
fine.
it, yeah.
It's worth missing the call to talk to you. You've had such success for a long time in this business.
The longest tenured driver with the most starts right now.
Which is incredible.
I'm getting old. You can see the way I'm
No,
dressed.
no, no.
Me and Harvick.
Everyone up here is getting old.
Exactly. We've already addressed that.
Now, me and
34
Harvick have been out there the longest.
Yeah.
I've had great race teams that I've raced for, and with Monster Energy, they've been a great sponsor. I've been with them over a decade, and we've won a ton of races, and we just keep digging. Like, the phone keeps ringing, we keep winning, and we won with MJ
Well, I mean,
this
I think
year.
it's a testament, your stamina and how good you are, and your dedication to your craft, and still out there doing it.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's something that early I was brash, I was bold, I was mean. Attitude. You're going to talk to Ross Chastain here in a little bit. That's who I was when I first started. And you learn things as you go. You take some hits, or you get some wins, and then you learn different things. And that's the different stages of my career. I would say with each of the race teams, the owner is who I've almost adopted as some of my identity.
Ooh, okay. Well, your owner is now Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin,
right?
which, interestingly enough, we'll get to the MJ part in a second, but you also still race with Denny. So how is that, like, in terms of, it is your boss, right? But you're a competitor. I mean, it's very rare.
The easiest way, like, I raced with Denny Hamlin. He's half owner of the team, and I raced with Tony Stewart, who was half owner of the same team that I raced on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I raced for my little brother's team, where he was 100% owner, and I raced for my younger brother.
Crazy.
So I've been through some of these sequences and some of these patterns where I think it's helped me understand where there's those elements on track at 200 miles an hour, but you can't think about it too much. You just go. Because he would do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're competitors.
Yeah,
if you're
there's
not,
a meeting where
we
Stewart
play to win the game.
Yeah, Stewart came to me. He's like, "Why didn't you take that hole at Pocono when we were 4 wide?" And I'm like, "I was kind of leaving it for you, buddy." He's like, "No, you messed up as a driver in that moment."
Yeah.
I like that.
So, and one of the things,
you take it.
But imagine your owner is also your competitor.
That's where it gets a little,
Or your brother.
little convoluted in that sport, because it's like, all right, you own a team, or you're racing, and you have
But you had
drivers that are
friends that you
same.
played against, right? Jeff
Yeah,
friend?
but I mean, like
No, Jay didn't have a lot of friends, actually.
two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got to get to.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Fist bump.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Oh, she's full of them. Like,
Don't care.
like-
We'll get to both of your attitudes in the
She's
sport
got a
later.
flight here soon. I can't wait to get rid of her. I regret the decision immensely. But like, I mean, there's kind of been in the last probably 5 years, kind of a changing of a guard, and like now you're the driver,
veteran.
older, the veteran, the wise one. Like, do you feel that? Is that something that you like, or you take
His,
it? Like,
his 34 Career Cup Series wins will tell you that you're the veteran, and people, the one this year too. Like that's.
Yeah, you could sit there and want to camp on stats, but at the same time you have to keep evolving. You have to stay fluid, stay liquid, and move forward, because if you get complacent, you get left behind. Simulation work has been huge recently, so I'm glad I played Nintendo as a kid, but simulation work.
is that the majority of like what you guys are doing in the week?
But it's not the real thing still. It's still
How
only
so?
80%, like tire grip level.
Yeah.
And track grip level is not the same as real life right here, ass in your pants.
Nothing probably will ever simulate like in the car.
Yeah, and being
Impossible.
out there,
Yeah.
snapping the ball and
Sure.
being in the pressure of the game.
Yep.
And so those are moments that I'll still rely on as a veteran.
Yeah.
And what restart lane to pick, or what moment I can override the crew chief. Like in St. Louis, I overrode the crew chief a couple weeks ago to win a stage, but then we had to run the final stage restarting 28th. Guess what? I had to bust my ass, get all the way back up to 5th.
Sure.
And then we got to 3rd. We damn near won it, but it's because I knew the car was that good.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, you're kind of. I mean, you're like we just talked about. You're the veteran out there. I mean, do you still get nervous race day? Do you? I mean, do you have the
No.
nerves, the butterflies?
I love that.
all the
Means you
things.
still want to do it.
Still the same. Oh,
Yeah.
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 It's important to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing good, still sleeping like Saturday nights, but like Sunday I wake up and it's like race days just seem more alive.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many more there might be.
Being the veteran, the next gen car. So I know that was introduced right to make things more competitive and balanced. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What can you
What
extend?
cuss level can I use on the show? Everything
This is
goes-
Jay's show,
Jay's
so whatever
show.
you want.
Fire away.
The car is fun to drive. It is. It's tougher. It's meaner. And it's shittier in most situations because of
What do you
the
mean?
aero.
How so?
It's just the aerodynamics of it.
Okay.
And there is a hornet's nest of guys that are running the same speed from like 5th to 25th. And it's mean.
And
It's
yeah,
mean
like,
in that
I
sector.
mean, you can't pass anybody. Like
It's
you're
tou-
literally
you
just.
can. It's just tough. You got to
Yeah.
move them, or you got to
Bump
find
'em.
something in your little bag of tricks.
Yeah.
But the top 5 guys still respect each other and how they're running that day and what's going on. But the new car is challenging because it's so equal. And that's where we can't applaud the new car and say that everything is cool about it. It's just everybody's got the same shit now.
Like I'll play basketball with my 9-year-old, and my bag of tricks is a lot more than his. Like when you're out there and you've been doing it so long, you're like, hey, like I can manipulate. Noah's up here, he's 23. Like, hey, I can move you around the track if I want to.
Yep, that's where like St. Louis. I just went into turn 1. I wasn't gonna mess with Allmendinger. I was just gonna flick him and get the hell out of there. Yeah, just get
I
in
like
here,
that.
just flick him a
What
little.
is that? What is
What's
your
flick 'em
definition
mean?
of flick 'em? Yeah.
I mean, to move him up a lane.
How do you do that?
Well, Chastain moved Denny 3 lanes. That was bad.
Can't do that.
So don't move him too far.
That's a big flick.
That's like a.
That's through the A gap
That's
with
an
no
FU.
protection.
That's a
just
middle
flick-
finger.
Yeah, just flicking him in the right spot, but you got to run like hell.
Yeah.
When you make those moves, so you got to know you got distance in front of you.
Gotcha.
Because if you flick somebody
Yep.
and then you're stuck behind the next guy, that guy's gonna come back and get you.
I'm gonna start flicking people on 65.
Uplifting people. I know the finger goose. Have you seen Top Gun?
I haven't. I'm saving it to go with buddies, and we're gonna trim up, go with just mustaches.
Oh, I
Stop
love
it.
it.
And aviators, yeah.
I've heard such amazing. Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it, but I've heard it's amazing.
I can imagine. I mean, you're on the ground, the need for speed there, and then in the air. So when you watch that, do you ever have like an appetite to do something like that?
Oh, it's probably 3/4 of the memes that I use or GIFs that I use on my phone. So I think he's in that team meeting, and he goes like
Give
this,
me
right?
the Ray-Bans. I mean,
You're
unfortunately.
Kelly McGillis, right?
I mean, can
Be
we?
like, Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. I'd be remiss before I let you go. Michael Jordan, the decision to go with the at-race team and what it's like and best advice that he's given you having, being the ultimate competitor.
Yeah, Denny asked me to do this 2 years ago now. Toyota said, let's do this together. They want a veteran to come in and be the second car with Bubba Wallace.
Uh-huh.
And Monster Energy's like, let's roll. So many signs said, let's go. And when I met MJ for the first time, he put me at ease. I was, of course.
I would be. Have you met him?
I have.
Oh, he is to Chicago?
Yeah, like he's. It was quintessential MJ though, with tequila and a cigar.
Cigar, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like,
was it the really long cigar?
He was about halfway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a cigar guy?
Yeah, I can be.
Yeah?
Yeah, when we do something special, but not every day.
We're doing cigars. I'm gonna send you some.
We need to get some of those. Yeah.
I love that.
From the DR, you'll love them.
Nice.
I'll send you
Nice.
some.
Where he put me at ease right away in the interview process is he says, we know you race from the heart because it's the way that I played the game.
Oh.
I just need you to be a leader as a veteran of this group of guys on good days and bad days. And I said, yes, sir, I'm in.
Oh, I love that.
So it's cool to get that assurance right away that I don't have to prove that I'm okay to be here.
Well, your resume speaks for itself.
So what will your last question? What will your process be the next couple days leading up to the race? Dinner, have fun. You've done it before, so.
For me, it's race mode. Tonight, my little brother has a movie documentary premiere. That's why I'm dressed this way.
Look at you. Oh, I thought it was just for Jay to show some respect because.
Well, with Jay I'd be in cut-off shorts and a tank top, right?
Those are 100.
Don't care.
Tonight with little brother, and then MJ has a party here in town with Socorro Tequila. We got practice.
Where's it at?
I have a flight to New York, but I'm willing to cancel it.
No, he's a unicorn. He's really hard to spot. He's really hard to find. But yet, if you see him, he's only going to be there for a little bit.
I like the elusiveness.
I know. Carissa, if you get an invite, I'll be your +1.
And then I got a race to win on Sunday.
Right now.
And then there's race Sunday. Come on. That's what we're here for. We're here for the race.
I'm canceling this trip or I'm coming back.
Yeah. We're here for the race.
Kurt Busch, always worth buying a ticket to see you. Thank you very much for the front row
Thank you
seat
guys.
to chat
Appreciate
with you. So nice to see you again. Give it up, everybody, for Kurt Busch.